So it's been a while since we've seen each other. It's now middle of February. I think the last time we spoke was sometime in, I don't know, November. But here we are, and here I am. I'm out snowshoeing. It's just something that we haven't been able to do a lot here in southern New England. We haven't had snow in a long time, in years. Enough snow to go snowshoeing. Snowshoeing is only fun when the snow is, 2 feet deep, and otherwise, if you were just walking in it, you wouldn't be able to walk very far. But it's really cool to be out here, and no one has been out at all in the snow that I'm walking on, which is really neat. But that's not what we're here to talk about. What we're really here to talk about is what's going on with my hearing and how I'm coming along with the cochlear implant. Well, I have to tell you, it's been kind of a struggle. And I was always warned by people that have been through this before me that it could be a struggle. And it certainly is. Now, there's really a lot of pluses and minuses to the cochlear implant itself. The greatest thing is that I can actually hear some conversations again, but not all. I'll explain that in a minute. But what's really wonderful is the ability to be able to hear my grandchildren, the ability to be able to hear really simple things in life that I haven't heard in a long time. One of those things is just simply something as simply as like rubbing my hands together. I know that sounds really trite, but it's those little things that really captivate me as a new listener or someone that's returning to listening. We also have a bird feeder behind our house, and it's really cool to go outside and to be able to hear those birds that are up in the trees waiting for food. I can never hear that before. Little things like just that little whistling that I'm doing. I couldn't hear that. And likely a lot of you couldn't hear that either. But I'm one-sided cochlear implanted on my right side. I have a hearing aid still in the left. And the combination of the two has brought me back, I'd say, to about half of where I was when I'd lost my hearing, and most of it. So for me, I've been through hearing loss now for about 10 years. Started really in earnest at around 2015. And I went through a series of hearing aids, $6,000 a pair, $3,000 for each one. And got to the end of 10 years of wearing hearing aids, and my hearing was just going down the tubes. I was just losing it more and more, to the point where I couldn't hear my wife in the kitchen when she was talking to me. She had to look at me and talk directly to me. If she were turned away, let's say she's doing the dishes or cooking, or I'm doing the dishes and she's doing something else, and she says something, I wouldn't be able to hear her. So that's been a change now. It's better. We still have to be fairly close to each other. If there's any other sound in the house, it's difficult for me to hear. My speech recognition has jumped, but that's speech recognition in a quiet setting. It's really tough out in the real world to be able to still communicate. I'm hoping that gets better. Right now I'm out here in nature, and I can hear a stream off in the distance. And other than that, it's really quiet. And there are times when, with the cochlear implant and the hearing aid, there are times when it's really, really noisy, and I'll just turn off both. I'll take off the processor. I have a Kanso 3, which is just a small unit. I'll take that off, and all the noise will go away, which is really nice. So there are times when I really need to appreciate the quiet, and I'll do that when I really need to. I try to wear the Kanso 14, 16 hours a day, um, and I do occasional exercises with it, but I'm just trying to hear as much as possible throughout the day. One of the things I noticed not too long ago was when I switched from having the processor on, I switched to the Kanso 3. And I felt it to be liberating because I no longer had to have something on my ear. But occasionally I'll go back to wearing the N8 because the Kanso can get pressed up against your head. It can sometimes be a little bit painful. Not terrible. I mean, it's like a 0.5 or maybe a 1 out of 10. Just enough to say, oh, it's still on my head. I know that it's there. One of the big problems, though, is that the Kanso 3 gets knocked off my head a lot. And I have to have it connected to a safety line. And I'll show you what that's like. So one of the things I've found is wearing a really thin hat, like this is a great LL Bean hat, in the wintertime. It keeps my head warm, but also it protects the Kanso 3 from wind. Today it's really calm, but even when I'm walking, just the sound of walking can be an issue because it's like every step, the wind noise. It kind of drives me crazy. But when I wear this hat, even in the wind, it protects the Kanso from getting infiltrated by the wind. So I'll go and I'll take this off, and of course, the Kanso just fell off, and so I have to show you what it is I've done to protect myself, or to protect, I should say, the Kanso. So I'll actually take it off all the way. There's that little plastic clip that comes with the fishing line protector, and that was a problem for me. So what I've done was, you can probably see, hopefully you can see it. Oh, it's really hard to focus. Let's see if it'll do it now. So I took a alligator clip, and you can actually close the end of the alligator clip onto the fishing line. And then I had previously put shrink wrapping on the line, and then I ran it over the clip, and then I used heat to shrink wrap it. And so now I've got the Kanso 3 on the line onto this alligator clip. For those of you who partaked in smoking weed a long time ago, and even today, I don't do that anymore, but it's just same, little roach clip setup. So it's a wire alligator clip. So this is stronger than the plastic little thing that Cochlear has. And I went through that in about a week and a half. It broke. I've had this now for probably a month, and it's holding up, and it hasn't fallen apart yet. So you can make your own. I sort of threw this together, but it really works well. But I always clip it to my undershirt or whatever shirt is under my outer garments, and then run it up to my implant site, and that's how it works. Hopefully you can you'll be able to do the same. It's pretty simple and it's pretty safe. You probably can't even see the fishing line, but there it is, connected to the magnet with nothing else attached except for the safety. which I feel is real important to have. It's not fallen off my head and hit the ground because it's connected to my shirt or some clothing. So I gotta be really careful with the Kanzo in order to keep it locked in and safe. So that's where I stand now. It has been a struggle. Other cochlear implant recipients have told me that it takes a while for this all to work. I'm hoping that it gets better. But I'm going to continue my hike, and hopefully your journey is going better than mine. Or you can look at me and with the hope that it will get better. I think it will get better. It's just taking longer than I thought. But that's okay. I'm retired now, got nothing but time. So there we go. So this is Ab's Cochlear Implant Odyssey. I'll check back with you soon.